Hi, I'm David. I've been trading for over 14 years, and since the start of 2020, I have 70x one of my trading accounts, made over $3 million in profit, and since coming out of college in 2016, trading has been my full-time career. Along the way, I started sharing my knowledge on Instagram, gained over 270,000 followers, and built my trading consultancy, Prosperity Partners, out of that organic demand. I don't trade full-time. I trade 30 to 60 minutes a day and consult a select group of high net worth clients on how to operate like their own hedge fund using our proprietary Prosperity Profit System with the direct access software. Now with this system, we've seen typical monthly returns of 4 to 27% and up to about 43% in stronger months and even higher during peak market cycles. Even in conservative periods, we've continued compounding month after month, consistently outperforming traditional returns by a wide margin. Now, I know that it sounds almost too good to be true. That's why we have undeniable verification from a third party with an information security management system certification. The same certification that billion-dollar firms like Deloitte and IBM hold. Every trade has been tracked, every opportunity I've taken from the last 8 years. So if you're looking to outperform your index fund, financial advisor, and real estate portfolio, here are 3 facts you should know. Fact number 1, there's a hidden trading software that connects you to the same systems and advantages hedge funds and institutions use in the markets, giving you access to real, accurate data early that you'll never get from the traditional brokerages like Schwab, Fidelity, Robinhood, Interactive Brokers, or E-Trade. 99% of investors don't even know it exists. Take a look at this education and training services company, AACG, as an example. By using direct access trading software, I was able to buy AACG very early, around $3.25 before most people even got in. That same day, the stock ran up to $19.75. That's roughly a 6x move. A simple $5,000 position near $3.25 could have turned into about $30,000 in one day. I personally profited around $60,000 that day, and I will also show you real client results later in the video. This is the kind of opportunity 90% of traders miss every single day. If your returns aren't where you want them to be, it's because you're using the wrong tools and the wrong system and trusting the wrong people. To make outsized returns, you need to mirror how institutions trade using the same tools they use, and that means trading with direct market access and not through these Fisher-Price retail platforms. Fact number 2, it's not impossible to vastly outperform the S&P 500. In fact, hundreds of hedge funds do it every year. That's why more than 38 hedge funds are managing over $5 trillion in capital from institutions, sovereign wealth funds, and other elite investors. Most investors never get access to the hedge funds that actually outperform. And even when they do, they end up paying massive fees that eat away at the returns. Or worse, they hand their money to a financial advisor who still manages to underperform the market. Many people try to trade on their own or chase the latest hot stock picks. What they don't realize is that a small group of hedge funds and institutions are quietly capitalizing on small cap stocks, often under $100 million in market cap, that can jump 50, 100, and even 500% in a single day after major news or catalyst hit. That's a potential 500% return in one trade, while most financial advisors charge hefty fees just to deliver around 6% a year after fees and expenses. Unless you have the right expertise to spot and capitalize on the same opportunities that hedge funds do by understanding market structure, the catalysts that drive momentum, risk to reward probabilities, and how to apply both macro and technical analysis, your portfolio could turn into one missed opportunity after another, filled with underperforming stocks that can't even keep up with inflation, ultimately costing you millions over time. But if hedge funds and institutions can do it simply because they understand it, then why couldn't you learn and do the same? If a college violinist with no background in finance could vastly outperform the S&P 500 using our Prosperity Profit System with the direct access software, what's stopping you from learning the same approach and beating the market too? Fact number 3, you don't need to sit in front of your screen for 8 hours a day or take dozens of trades to see real results. The Prosperity Profit System focuses on trading just 30 to 60 minutes each morning during the most active time of the day when the best opportunities usually appear. You only need one good trade a day, one opportunity you execute on to outperform the market and grow your capital over time. Yet most people still believe they need to dedicate their entire day glued to a screen to outperform and understand how to find these opportunities. Without the right system and professional support to quickly spot these high probability setups each morning, most people end up making self-sabotaging decisions, missing the simplest and most obvious opportunities in front of them. That's why I founded Prosperity Partners, a white glove trading consultancy serving a select group of high net worth individuals who want access to the same market opportunities available to hedge funds to achieve exceptional risk-adjusted returns through a disciplined, data-driven approach. Here's how our service works. First, we guide you step by step, setting you up on direct access software, the same infrastructure used by hedge funds and professional trading firms. This allows you to see and act on market opportunities faster with greater precision than traditional retail platforms such as Schwab, Fidelity, Robinhood, Interactive Brokers, and E-Trade. Second, our team of quants and researchers hand delivers a curated selection of the highest probability opportunities each morning with the potential for explosive movement and strong risk-adjusted returns. Not sure how to find the best market opportunities? That's what our experts are here for. We analyze over 10,000 stocks daily using proprietary hedge fund grade systems to find the highest probability opportunities, and we don't just hand them to you, we teach you our method behind it. Every opportunity we share is backed by a process that has achieved an over 85% win rate across 8 years of live, trackable, third-party verified results. Third, you'll gain access to your own Prosperity Partners trading consultant who is within reach when you need support. We will walk you through how to use the Prosperity Profit System to spot high probability market opportunities and help you master the technique to outperform in the markets. Rather than relying on noise and everyone's random biased opinions on social media, you will engage directly with professionals who will be available for ongoing support whenever you need assistance. You'll also have exclusive access to educational resources built on years of quantitative research. Before starting Prosperity Partners, I grew up as a pastor's kid, living in low-income apartments and relying on food stamps. My escape was music. I earned a violin scholarship in 2012 and hustled my way through college, playing in the streets, bands, churches, and teaching lessons to just survive. Everything changed freshman year when my roommate showed me an app called StockTwits. It's a place where traders share their ideas for free. So I took the $2,000 I had, bought a biotech stock, and made $300 in 30 minutes during class. That single trade completely flipped my mindset. I walked out of class and into my new obsession, trading. Soon, I began sharing my own ideas online and grew an audience over 300,000 people across multiple platforms. What started as simply sharing my results turned into teaching, as so many people were reaching out wanting to learn the exact process that I used, and that is when I developed what's known as the Prosperity Profit System, a framework that's helped countless students create consistent income, build wealth, and achieve 6 to 7 figure success, and even managing multi-million-dollar hedge funds. That experience became the foundation for what's now Prosperity Partners, a community built to help everyday people create real financial freedom and live life on their own terms. And just this past March, I married my wife and we chose to get rebaptized together as a symbol of starting a new chapter and putting God at the center of everything we do. It's been a powerful reminder that faith and purpose are the real foundations of prosperity. See, when it comes to growing your wealth, you're given the same typical options: index funds, real estate, or handing your money over to a financial advisor. Just take your pick. But what if you want to outperform, to actually grow your wealth beyond what traditional investments can offer? Well, your wealth advisor can't help you with that. Regulations prevent them from advising you on a system like this. And even if they could help, they wouldn't, as they charge hefty fees that eat into your returns and don't want you to know how to do it yourself. To my knowledge, no other firm offers what Prosperity Partners does. So you start looking around for real ways to scale your capital, and what do you find? Influencers on YouTube trying to sell you another course, 20-year-old multi-millionaire gurus who've only traded for 8 months, flashing fake profits on social media, and outright scammers begging you to join their Telegram or WhatsApp groups. So instead of getting real help, you get scammed, you get burnt, you lose your money, and listen, it's not your fault. You are never given access to this kind of information hedge funds and institutional traders use every day. You're a successful business owner, a high-earning professional, maybe even retired, but you just don't know where to start. And that's exactly where we come in. Our system is designed to work in any kind of market, whether things are going up or down. And when you learn and execute our prosperity profit system correctly with our consulting support, it performs incredibly well. Here are some results from our clients. Cody says he's consistently locking in over $1,000 per trade in the stock market. On another day, he posted a gain of over $7,500 in about 15 minutes on a single trade. Cody also posted a day with over $10,000 realized profit, breaking his previous single day record on the market. Hannah says having clear charts with actual entry and exit points has completely changed the game for her, and she shows a P&L of over $3,300. Luca says that since applying the prosperity profit system, he's achieved results he's never thought possible, including a single day where he made over $47,000. Beyond the money, he talks about gaining confidence, clarity, and a real understanding of what he's doing every day in the markets. Rana says after following the guidance, he had his biggest trading day of over $80,000 and was able to pay off his house, and he's been with us since 2019. Brink took our AYRO breakout alert and closed the trade with $4,600 in profit, saying he was so thankful after playing it from the very first breakout alert. Daniel says he's now consistently profitable and still improving, with days where trades turn into 50, 100, and even 200% gainers. He literally rates us 6 out of 5 stars and says there are no traders as consistent and trailblazing as this team. Eva says prosperity helped her trade smarter and gain a lot of experience in a short period of time. So she now understands how to filter the best news, overcome challenges, and calls it definitely the best one. Fabian calls prosperity the best trading community he's ever been to. In just 2 months, he says he's learned a lot and significantly improved his operations, achieving positive results. If our service interests you, you can apply for a free private consultation by filling out the short application below. If you qualify, you'll receive a complimentary one-on-one consultation where we'll review your goals, discuss your current situation, and determine whether Prosperity Partners is a right fit to help you move forward. Now, we don't work with everyone. We only work with individuals who have at least $30,000 in available capital or the liquid funds to build $1 million up to multi-million-dollar portfolios. If that sounds like you and you're serious about building true financial freedom, apply now. But if you'd like to understand exactly how our service works and what makes Prosperity Partners different, keep watching, because I'm going to walk you through, number 1, what direct access software really is and why brokers like Schwab, Fidelity, and Robinhood will never give you this advantage. Number 2, how the Prosperity Profit System delivers an 85% win rate with a complete rules-based trading framework. Number 3, what one-on-one expert consulting looks like when you work with us. What is direct access software? DAS, or direct access software, is a professional trading platform that connects you directly to the market. So instead of sending orders through a slow retail brokerage pipeline, DAS gives you speed, control, and precision, real-time data, direct routing, and execution tools built for active traders. Here's what that looks like in practice. On the left, you can see what you get with DAS. Direct routing for faster execution, professional grade visibility into the market, precision order types and risk controls, and direct access on the exchanges. Now on the right are typical retail platforms, Schwab, Fidelity, Robinhood, and so on. Orders are aggregated and routed through middleman data that's limited. Order types are basic and you don't have true direct market access. So in other words, you simply can't get the professional grade trading benefits and advantages that DAS provides. So trying to trade seriously on these platforms is like racing with the parking brake half on. Most people have no idea how disadvantaged they are on a standard retail platform. You're already behind on speed. Institutions live in the millisecond world while your orders are queued and batched. You have limited visibility, consolidated quotes, shallow level 2, and delays in key action and imbalance data, which makes timing entries and exits much harder. And there's an access gap, right? Your orders are going through market makers while professionals are using direct access for real-time execution. Our goal is to remove these limitations so you're finally playing in the same game. This is where Prosperity Partners comes in. Our consultancy is built to help you master a prosperity profit system with direct access software in 4 ways. Number 1, institutional grade access. We get you set up with direct routing, real-time professional data, and true liquidity views. Number 2, stack probability trading. We focus on small cap names under $100 million market cap, but only when 3 to 5 data back factors line up: news, technical structure, and supply-demand imbalances. Number 3, high movement opportunities. We hunt for stocks with the potential for 50 to 1,000% moves in a day and aim to position before the crowd. Number 4, a time-efficient system. This is designed for 30 to 60 minutes per day with 1 to 3 strategic trades, not 8 hours glued to the screens. Of course, none of that matters without real performance data. Our results have been independently audited, and over more than 8 years, the system has maintained roughly an 85% win rate across thousands of trades. Based on that history, our typical model monthly return range is around 4 to 43%, depending on position sizing and number of trades. These are historical audited numbers, not guarantees of future results, but they show you how the system has actually performed over time. Zooming in on the last few years, this trades log from January 2020 to today shows one of my live trading accounts traded using the Prosperity Profit System on DAS. That's grown by about 70x with over $3 million in profits. You can see this isn't one lucky trade. It's a steady equity curve built from applying the same rules day after day across very different market conditions. Now let's look at what you could potentially gain with our system using a simple modeled example on a $30,000 account. In this scenario, we assume using 10% of the account per trade, our historical average return per trade of 3.97%, and an 85% win rate, taking either 1 or 3 trades per day over 20 trading days. With 1 trade per day, the math works out to be an expected monthly gain of about $24.74 or roughly 8% per month, which is roughly 99% per year on that $30,000. The daily max drawdown row shows what happens if you experience our worst historical loss in a single day, so you can see the risk side as well as the upside. Now let's look at what things can start to look like once you've really learned and mastered our system and you're comfortable taking on more risk. With 1 trade per day, that same $30,000 account projects to around 12 to 13% per month, roughly 130% per year. With 3 trades per day at that size, the model shows the potential for over 40% per month or around 500% per year. The daily max drawdown is now over $3,000 in a single day. And just to be clear, these are modeled expectations based on historical data, not promises. Real results can be higher or lower. The natural question is, how does this compare to other places you could put capital? A diversified index like the S&P 500 has historically returned around 10% per year, fully passive, but tied to market cycles. Bonds might deliver 4 to 6% with lower volatility, but limited upside. Real estate can get you 8 to 12%, but with leverage risk and low liquidity. Our model scenarios based on our historical performance data show a potential annual range roughly between 48 to 500% while keeping capital in a high liquidity environment. In 2020 and 2021, markets were wild. GameStop, stimulus checks, retail mania, all of it. Our historical performance data for that volatile period shows approximately 60 to 100x yearly returns on our high probability opportunities. From 2022 to 2024, markets calmed down. We refined and tightened the system to focus on consistent compounding, and our audited results for this period still shows roughly 20 to 40x yearly returns on our high probability opportunities, even in more normal market conditions. Today, we continue to apply the same prosperity profit system with a focus on consistency and risk control to outperform the traditional passive investments. You've seen the numbers. Now I want you to hear from some of the people actually using this.
If you're somebody that has a little bit of free time, maybe you are an entrepreneur that works from home, or maybe if you're retired and you're looking for another hobby to pick up, or if you're someone that's just looking for a team to trade with, I think it's definitely for you.
And I think the biggest win so far is how consistent I've been able to trade and the overall progress over the past 10 months.
I've had multiple over $1,500 to $1,900 days now. I wouldn't even say just percentage wise. I've learned how to scale out a trade so much where I'm like, yo, I got this at $4 or $4.50, and it scaled all the way to $70. I mean, that doesn't always happen. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I was only in a few trades at that point. You know what I'm saying? I almost scaled out like 90% of my trades at like $8-9. Yeah. It makes a big difference.
So what does working with us actually look like? First, we help you get fully set up on direct access software, the same infrastructure professionals use, so you're no longer handicapped by retail platforms. Our team of quants screens over 10,000 stocks and hand delivers high probability opportunities each morning. You get comprehensive video modules built on years of quantitative research to help you really master the prosperity profit system. And you're paired with a dedicated one-on-one expert consultant, so you always have someone to turn to when you need assistance. Here's how the engagement is structured. Week 1 is onboarding. You and your consultant set up your platform, walk through the program, and unlock a training library. Week 2 through 4 are guided practice. You start with learning the prosperity profit system through the exclusive videos and one-on-one consultations, and you begin practicing with small positions using the daily curated opportunities with support in the live sessions. From month 2 and onward, it becomes an ongoing partnership, daily opportunities, live sessions, one-on-one consultations as needed, and a community that supports you as you scale. You're never doing this alone. Our team is with you every step of the way. One of the objections we hear is, I don't have time to trade. We send high probability setups before the open. You spend 30 to 60 minutes executing the plan, and you're done. It's typically 1 to 3 trades per day, not sitting in front of the charts all day long. The second question is this truly credible? That's why we made the decision to have our performance independently audited and maintain full TradesViz trade logs. We have an 85% win rate over more than 8 years, real client results, and over a decade of professional trading and documented performance behind this. We can't guarantee anyone a specific dollar amount. That will be dishonest. But we are confident in the quality of the opportunities we provide, which is why we offer a simple hurdle rate guarantee. If our opportunities don't maintain at least a 70% win rate during your first 30 days of access, we will refund your license fee. Let me quickly recap what the Prosperity Partners program includes. You get DAS for institutional grade trading, access to the Prosperity Profit System, one-on-one expert consulting, daily high probability opportunities, and the system that can be run in 30 to 60 minutes per day. You're working with 14 years of professional trading experience, independently audited performance data with an 85% win rate, a proven system, real client results, and a clearly defined guarantee. You have a path to potentially outperform traditional passive investments with a range of 48 to 500% annual returns, plus real skill growth and a repeatable process. Now that you understand our service and believe it could be the right fit for you, you can apply for a private consultation by filling out the short application below. During this consultation, we'll explain more about how our approach and system can help you take your capital growth to the next level and how it could create a lasting impact on your financial life. So go ahead and apply below now. And if you're still on the fence, let me ask you something. With the returns you're currently getting from your index funds or financial advisor, if you want to truly outperform and accelerate your wealth, do you believe you can achieve that alone or with a team of professionals on your side? If your answer is with a team of professionals, then apply now, because the alternative is continuing to settle for average returns, following traditional advice that says 8% in a year is great while missing out on far greater potential. Instead, you could be working directly with a Prosperity Partners expert, someone who will consult with you one-on-one using our Prosperity Profit System, a model that has historically produced returns of around 4 to 43% per month, giving you a realistic path to outperform traditional investing. Think about it. How much growth have you missed out on by settling for just 8 to 10% a year? How different would things look today if 10 years ago if you sat down with someone who showed you strategies capable of multiplying your results many times over? See, most of our clients work with us because the results they're seeing don't just grow their accounts. They give them the freedom to live life on their own terms and build real generation wealth for their families. But the truth is, many people who try to trade on their own end up spending more time staring at charts than spending time with the people they love. And that's why we give you live insights every day and strategy consultations so you're never trading alone and always trading with clarity, confidence, and consistency through our prosperity profit system. Apply now. Your wealth deserves world-class expertise and a proven system designed to create real financial freedom. You've already spent years working hard for your money. Now it's time for your money to finally work hard for you.